Hey everyone, it's Justin. Thank you for watching and or listening to the podcast, and welcome to my house. It is time for another ServiceNow Store highlights episode. That's SSH version 2025-0805, and it is the Zurich release that gives us 1,026 new or updated applications. This episode is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to filter out all the ServiceNow stuff because, as you can see, just next to my head here, there are over 800 apps that I have not finished going through out of the 1,026. So I made it through 226, but there's still a lot to go through. That usually takes me a good couple of days to get through it. But I didn't want to delay the episode for the stuff that's not related to ServiceNow. So I will have, actually, I'm not going to review it on this screen. Let's go over to the episode here where I've already filtered it out. So excluding the ServiceNow applications, we have 3 compatibility updates, 1 downgrade, 3 fixes, 2 ghost or removed applications, 6 highlights, 9 minor updates, 2 new releases, and 8 release notes fails. So let's just jump right into today's episode. Our compatibility updates were all from Tenable, the Service Graph connector for Tenable, Tenable for ITSM, and Tenable.ot for vulnerability response. All had compatibility updates. I think it was to Yokohama, not Zurich, obviously, because it's still in release preview. The downgraded application was Google Threat Intelligence app for vulnerability response. Went from 1.3.1 to 1.3.0. Let's check it again here and see if they've restored that or not. Nope, they're still at 1.3.0 from back in March for that one. So that'll probably make a restore or a reappearance in a future episode. The 3 fixes were IBM Z Discovery, Service Graph Connector for 1E, and Unacceptable Behavior Case Management were the 3 fixes. And the 2 ghost applications, we'll click on those and make sure they're still ghost applications as well. Ghost meaning they were in the store and now they're no longer in the store. And they were OT Guardian from ServiceNow and Templar Shield, and plugin for Big ID Data Exchange app 1.2. Those are no longer in the store, so you can't install them in your instance. There were 9 minor updates: 1E Core, Apamini, ARIA Billing Studio, Barcode and QR Code Generator, Beyond Trust Privilege Management Integration, Checkmarx 1 Vulnerability Integration, Cisco Intersite Incident Management Integration, GoSign Connector, and IBM Security Verify Service Desk were some minor updates. And lastly, on the routine stuff here, we had 8 release notes fails. If you haven't seen or heard an episode before, a release note fail means that there are not sufficient release notes for me to tell you what's new or updated about the application. They were CyberArk EPM plugin manual request, Decipher, that's DECYFIR, ID Ramp Identity Flow, Conji, Now Assist Readiness Evaluation, Oracle Access Governance User Management, Rapid7 Insight AppSec Application VR Integration, and Service Graph Connector for Radiflow were the release note fails for this episode. And that brings us to the fun stuff. We have 2 new releases in this episode. First up is going to be the OT Guardian from ServiceNow and Templar Shield, and I just connected to the dots. That's where the Ghost application was, OT Guardian from ServiceNow and Templar Shield. So it looks like that went away from the store, and now we have this new application from the team at Templar Shield Inc. So what is this application? Key features on the functional side: increased visibility to all IT and OT assets, enriched business context for risk and security decisioning, reduced internal compliance and audit timelines, higher confidence and security posture, aligned to regulatory and industry best practices, and improved patching compliance. On the technical side, supports the CSDM and CMDB governance initiatives, integrated risk, security, and OT workflows, purpose-built compliance dashboards, NERC or NERC evidence reporting tool, and entity mapping across IT and OT domains. Now I'll call your attention to this button here at the top. It is not an app you're going to download. It is a Learn More, and it's a ServiceNow offering offered by Templar Shield. So that is what's new from the team at Templar Shield. And our second new release and final new release is the Security Program Foundations from Crow LLP. The Crow Security Program Foundation solution operationalizes security leaders' tasks and enables simplified and efficient communication across security and business. Key features for this new app: centralized workspace, security escalation tasks, operational calendar events, business objectives, security alignment tasks, detailed reports, and filtering by business units for this new application from the team at Crow LLP. And that takes us to our highlights. We have 6 of them in this episode. I'm excited about some really good release notes on them. First up is Avanair Obligation Flow Contract Obligation Management. We'll hop on down to the key features, not key features, the release notes for version 3.0.0. And in this version, simplification of obligations with AV, Generative AI Assistance, capability to add fulfiller instructions for additional guidelines related to task fulfillment, human-in-the-loop validation, review and validate AI-extracted obligations through human review process, an obligations library, define and manage obligations library with details such as contract type, category, and subcategory, easily import obligations from Excel files to add new or modify the obligations in bulk, automatic extraction of obligations from multiple documents using AI, identify and extract key contract terms with the help of AI, enhance collaboration with the ability to add comments and tag users on fulfillment tasks, ability to attach supporting files within task comments for better context, assign fulfillment tasks to external stakeholders via email, enabling broader collaboration, enhance navigation between contract obligations and tasks for more intuitive experience, streamline review process for fulfillment task completion, redesigned obligations listing layout for better search, filter, and navigation, redesigned task fulfillment page for ease of use, personalized landing experiences tailored to user roles ensuring relevant information and actions are available up front, improved dashboards with additional reports and filtering capabilities, and pre-configured filters for the fulfillment task list page to easily view tasks by status such as all, ongoing, upcoming, overdue, and completed. And that is what's new from the team at Avanair. Our second highlight for the episode is Agentic AI App Certification Optimizer. This was updated to version 1.1.1, and in this version they've introduced update set scanning. The app now scans update sets and their associated customer updates, focusing on scripts to proactively identify potential issues early in the development cycle. A multi-agent process. The reviewer analyzes code for potential violations against ServiceNow and general best practices, and the fixer provides optimized solutions or corrective script suggestions for identified issues. Violation detection detects deviations from ServiceNow's best practices and general development standards. It delivers actionable suggestions and ready-to-use script modifications to resolve violations, and further streamlines the ServiceNow Store app certification process by reducing the need for manual code review. And that's what's new from the team at Work4Flow. Our third highlight is Anarchin Smart Locker Spokes. It was updated to version number 1.0.1, and they added spokes for the new Reasons API, added spokes for the new Asset Management APIs, and fixed an issue with collectible spoke not returning correctly. And that's what's new from the team at LabSafe Self-Service Solutions Limited. Our fourth highlight for the episode is Savient Identity Governance App Essentials. It was updated to version 2.1.2, and in this version they've introduced performance improvements, additional import filters, import all non-blank role metadata, real-time event triggers, customize entitlement displays, migrate Savient app configurations, display requestable items, display application names, evaluate SOD violations or segregation of duties, and fetch Savient request status details in real time, plus some various bug fixes from the team at Savient Inc. Our next highlight is the T-Systems connector. It was updated to version number 2.2.338, and in this version they have some minor changes, an enhancement for implementation of the error handling for sync response and T-connector for change-to-change integration, another enhancement to resolve status in case of sync and async errors during an integration, another enhancement for the implementation of the XML generation script for process control error response, another enhancement for code refinement within T-Systems connector, and another enhancement to log level all in script include TSC_WS_out is updated, and the last enhancement enhanced the process control for change-to-change integration. There was also a bug fix T-connector message stream message creation issue. And that's what's new from the team at T-Systems International GmbH. Our last highlight for the episode will be vulnerability response integration with HCL AppScan. It was updated to version 1.4.0, and in this version they introduced support to populate securities entities tested and security entities found, fields for HCL AppScan enterprise scans, support to populate fixed recommendation data across fields in AVIT for HCL AppScan on cloud and HCL AppScan 360-degree findings, support to populate reason field from request/response data for HCL AppScan on cloud and HCL AppScan 360 findings, support to populate auto-fix information for HCL AppScan on cloud and HCL AppScan 360 findings, support for Yokohama instance, and performance enhancements and bug fixes. And that's what's new from the team at HCL America Incorporated. And that, everyone, was your entire episode. Let's just take one more look at what you just saw or heard. Minus the ServiceNow updates, there were 3 compatibility updates, 1 downgrade, 3 fixes, 2 ghost applications, 6 highlights, 9 minor updates, 2 new releases, and 8 release notes fails. On the update for the ServiceNow stuff, I'm going to be plowing through that, so there's going to be a one-off video coming out at some point in the future after this video where I will cover all the goodness from the ServiceNow Zurich store release. Store release 1 maybe, or store release 0, I think that's probably what that's called since it's a release preview. But I hope you found this video or podcast helpful. If you did, please like, please subscribe, or share it with somebody who you think might be interested in what's new, what was updated, or what was removed from the ServiceNow store. And until next time, don't forget to always be learning.